Why do we all allow the people with whom we have one of the most important relationships of our lives to cheat on us, take our money, and leave us feeling alone, used, and helpless? I'm not talking about girl or boyfriends, spouses, business partners, or parents. I'm talking about the politicians who seduce us into electing them into Parliament and then enact policies that harm us. One of the most damaging examples is the two-child benefit cap, a policy sold as necessary, maintained for years, and known to push children into poverty. What parent would deliberately support a party that says, "We will interfere with your personal decisions about the number of children you can have"? That is what the cap does. It changes support that used to be universal. Everybody received financial support to raise their children because children were considered an investment in the future of the nation, to something conditional. If you had more than 2 children, you would no longer receive support for the others. This at a time when the population is aging and we need more young or working age people in order to ensure we can properly support the elderly. Births have plummeted, meaning workers have been imported from abroad, and this has led to resentment and racism. But during its election campaign, the current party of government, Labour, insisted that it would not lift the two-child benefit cap because it would cost £3.5 billion that was not covered in its financial plans. And when 7 of the party's MPs rebelled against that decision, voting to end the cap, they were suspended by the party's leadership. How many parents voted for Labour knowing that this was a party that deliberately intended to keep them and their children in poverty? Isn't that crazy? It's like starting a relationship with someone you know is going to harm you, or staying with them even after they do. Now, Labour's Chancellor, Rachel Reeves, is indicating she may lift the cap because she doesn't think children should be penalised for circumstances beyond their control. That's exactly what was said by the 7 MPs who were suspended for wanting it lifted. Isn't it hypocritical for Reeves to be saying it now? And we could go even further with this. Only a few decades ago, it was possible for families to live well with only one parent working while the other raised the children. Now, single-income families are penalised by government policy. We accept it because it's been brought in by stealth. We have been told it's economically necessary for both parents to work simply to make ends meet. Meanwhile, the heads of big business have become millionaires and billionaires by paying poverty wages and asking government to subsidize their employees with benefits. They get away with it because they donate large amounts of money to politicians. Would you start a relationship with someone who promised to act in your interests alone and then took money from someone else to betray you? Of course not. You would cut that person off immediately and find someone better, or try to make it on your own. But in politics, we don't have the option. We make our choice and then we're stuck with it for up to 5 years no matter what. And if we don't vote, we're stuck with somebody else's choice, which is even worse. Think about it. If you wouldn't tolerate it in your personal relationships, why would you put up with it from your political representatives?